Hello everybody and welcome back. We are back in Kinlaig today because we still have a lot of work to do over here. In the last episode we got our grass field cut, so we have to come by and still collect all of this and get it into our silage pit. We got all of our fields harvested, so we still have some straw bales that we need to deal with around here. And of course the biggest thing that happened in the last episode is that we finally got an upgraded sawmill, so we got this big production in here now. Ready to go. Hasn't been filled up yet. We still have our little one here, which I think I'm going to keep for a little while at least. But I think first things first, we need to get this thing stocked up and running because, yeah, we didn't put any trees into it last time, and it is still not operational. So yeah, I think we're going to come into the forest here, cut down some trees and get some wood into this sawmill so we can start processing. I'm just going to be cutting some trees down from this forest here for now. We are going to have to figure something else out here eventually, but right now I don't currently have any real way to transport logs. I could throw them on our one little flatbed trailer, which I guess would work, but isn't really ideal. So for now, we're just going to cut down some of the trees around here, but I don't want to totally destroy this forest back here. So for now, it's going to work, but we're going to have to figure something else out eventually. Maybe just doing deadwood contracts and such to get some more wood into that sawmill. But yeah, we're going to get it topped up. So I'm just going to jump into the JCB here. We're going to go switch it out for the loader arms with the log grapple on there. And yeah, we'll just get some logs moved into that sawmill so that we can start that thing up. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. We're not totally full, but that should be enough to last us a little while. I can't really remember how much this thing uses. I had it in the Rags to Riches series for a while. I want to say it's something like 10 to 15,000 liters per day or something like that. So we have 35,000. So we should be good to go for a month or two anyway, at least, and then we'll come back and top it up. Once we kind of know how much it's going to use. We do own some of those trees down there. kind of this path between the roads, or not the path, but the road kind of takes a path around this little section of land. And I believe most of these trees are ours as well that we can cut down if we don't want to totally clear out that forest back there. So we do have some other options around. We could drag them from a little bit further away too, like over there, just so we're not totally clear cutting this area, because I do like the backdrop of the forest kind of bordering our farm on this side here. So I definitely don't want to clear cut it totally, but yeah, we'll have to figure something out. Probably start doing deadwood trailers or deadwood contracts here as soon as I can get some kind of a wood trailer going. Accidentally put a little bit of wood into here, which I guess isn't a terrible thing. We do want to keep this thing running for now as well. We might as well, since we have the room, and that's just a little bit of extra production for us. A little bit of extra money, and get us progress towards building that castle just a little bit faster there. The other thing I forgot about with this sawmill is that it does have the manual trigger, so every time you put a piece of wood into the loading zone here, you have to come up and like manually activate it at this trigger here before it will accept it. The bigger sawmill that I use in Rags to Riches has that feature too, but I actually went into the XML and modified it myself. I did modify it so that it is an automatic trigger, so that you can just kind of walk up or just drop the wood right in there, and it will get accepted automatically as soon as it kind of enters this zone. That's the way the small sawmill works, but for some reason the bigger ones don't do it like that. You have to like manually activate them, which is just kind of a pain having to get out of the tractor every time. So I'm probably going to go modify this one as well to make it an automatic trigger, so I don't have to deal with that. But yeah, I think we are good to go now, so we might as well go in here and start up this production. So we're just going to activate every one of these since we can run all three at once without losing any production, and that'll give us the maximum profits out of here. So there we go. We got the bigger sawmill working. So that should provide quite a bit more lumber than that small one. I think it was like a 10x improvement or something like that, if I remember right. I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me, but this one also produces wood chips as well. So that's even more profit for us. And I really like this one, the way it kind of stores the wood chips inside there. So we don't have to deal with like having a separate storage shed like we do in the Rags to Riches wood lot there, because yeah, the wood chips just kind of get stored inside, and we can just pull a trailer up to this area right here and just kind of automatically fill from there. So that is pretty nice with this one as well. But now that this thing is filled up, I think the next step is going to be to go sell some of these products we got here. So we do have a few built up in this sawmill, not a ton. But we do have a few things here, so we're going to take a load of stuff over to the castle. The long planks and the beams can go over there. And then I think the short planks aren't accepted there, so we're going to have to find somewhere else to sell those. I think one of the logistics centers should be able to take those, no problem. So we're going to go sell that stuff right now. We do have a little bit of wool out as well, but we don't really have the best price for it. So I think I'm going to hang on to that for a little while longer and try to sell it when it's worth a little bit more. So yeah, right now we're just going to get rid of our wood products here, take a load to the castle, and then that should give us a little bit more money in the bank because I would like to go buy a new piece of equipment here before we start our grass harvest, because we do still have most of the smallest stuff you can get. So I would like to upgrade one of our pieces of equipment right now anyway. So I need to go find our forks wherever they are. I don't remember where I left them. Maybe in the shed over here. Let's see. Yeah, there they are. Okay, I'll throw the forks on this tractor, and we'll use this to load. And then I see the New Holland is still hooked up to our trailer, so we'll just use that to haul the wood over to the castle there. Okay, we got that wood sold. Made some pretty decent profits there, so we're up to 65,000. We were down to like 11,000 before, which is a little too low for comfort for my liking. So yeah, good to have a little bit more money in the bank. Although I think we are going to go and spend some of that again because I think we need a bigger windrower for our grass field because the one we have right now is basically the smallest windrower in the game. So if we can find our windrowers here, this is the guy that we have right now. It's just a tiny little guy, 2.5 meters. So I think we are going to start upgrading our grass equipment. So I think the first thing we're going to do is upgrade to this guy right here. It's not necessarily the best one, but it seems like a pretty good value. Just based on the width compared to the price. So it is 8.4 meters, which is pretty big compared to any of these cheaper ones here. And then the next one bumps up quite a bit more to 60,000. And I mean, it's not even that much bigger. So yeah, I think we're going to go with this guy for now. Seems like the best bang for your buck. And honestly, for the size of the grass field that we have, we probably won't ever need one that's bigger than this. So unless we expand our grass operation, which we might do eventually in the future, but for now, I think we're going to be fine. So this one should last us quite a while here. So no additional options on this one. So we're just going to go ahead and buy that. And then I'm just going to go hop back into the tractor here, and we'll hook up to our old one because we're going to bring that down to the store in order to trade it in because we're not going to need that tiny little guy anymore. So yeah, we'll go over there and I will see you down at the store. Okay, we made it down to the store, so we will go ahead and sell that piece of equipment there. So we are going to, it doesn't even need to be repaired, but we are going to repaint it because we will get a little bit of a bonus for that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and sell that now. I get $4,100 back for it. So that new windrower only ended up costing us about 16 grand or so. So there we go. And then I guess we might as well repair this tractor while we're here as well. Keep that in tip-top shape here. And yeah, now we just need to pick up our windrower, and then we can head back to the farm and get that grass windrowed, and then that'll make it a little bit easier to collect it to get into our silage pit. So we'll just hook up to that guy there. Pretty basic windrower thing. Let's just quickly unfold it so we can take a look at it here. So yeah, that's a pretty decent width for the small little field that we have. It doesn't have the option to go like side to side, like some of the merger ones or whatever they're called, like we have in Reichs to Riches there, but it'll just spit it out the middle, which I think is going to be just fine for what we need. So yeah, this is going to work good, and it wasn't too expensive. So we'll just take this back to the farm, and I think I'm going to swap out this tractor for the JCB, because that one has plenty of power to run it. And it is a little bit more maneuverable, a little bit smaller for that tight field there. I just brought this one down to the store to pick it up because it does go a little bit faster. It's got a little bit higher top speed, so it's a little bit better for transporting stuff like that. So yeah, we'll just go swap it out, and then I think we'll go right ahead and start windrowing that field. Okay, we got all of that grass windrowed up to make it a little bit easier to collect here. That thing works pretty good. That was definitely a pretty good upgrade over that really basic one that we had there for a while. But before we start this, I think I'm going to change up the entrance to this field a little bit. Just because, I mean, there's a bit of a hill here, but it's not really that bad. And as you can see, like, this fence goes way over there, like basically halfway down the field. So it's kind of annoying. Like, you basically have to travel like halfway down the field before you can even get into the field. And then kind of if you end a row full down at this end, you basically have to travel like halfway back up the field and then come back in. So, I mean, it's just not very efficient. So I think I'm actually going to do a little bit of a modification here. So I'm just going to back this thing up a bit again to get it out of the way. And yeah, I think if we go through and just delete this fence somewhere right about here, I think, because I kind of want to be able to get into the corner of the field, because that does make it kind of easier, basically just for everything as well. So yeah, to come in at the end here so we don't have to drive quite so far over and back every time we want to come in here is going to make things a little bit easier, because the kind of travel time down to the silage pit is kind of one of the most time-consuming parts of collecting the silage here. So I think, yeah, making that a little bit easier is going to make my life a lot easier here. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and delete a couple sections of this fence right here, and then use the smoothing tool to kind of smooth it out, make it a bit more of a nice transition, because it is a little bit of a hill there, but I don't think it's going to be anything that our tractors can handle, especially since we're mostly going to be coming up this hill empty and coming back down loaded, so it shouldn't be a huge deal. If there's a little bit of a hill there, so yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Might as well turn this thing off so we're not burning fuel. And I realized that we don't really have, or we barely have any silage additive left in this thing as well, so we're probably going to want to top that up. I can't remember for sure, but I think we might still have some down at the store. I just didn't bother to bring the pallet back last time, if I remember correctly. So after I get this fence done, I'll head back down to the store, and either we will refill this thing with the pallet that is maybe still there, if I remember correctly. If not, we'll just have to buy a new pallet and fill it up. And maybe I will throw the forks on before I go down there as well, so that I can bring a pallet back with me. So we don't have to go all the way to the store to refill it every time. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get this little bit of landscaping done, and then refill our silage additive. Okay, we got back from the store here. We did have some silage additive left over from last time still down there, so I brought that back. So I'm going to have to make that trip again for a little while anyway. And we already got this refilled, so I think we are pretty much good to go here. I think I can just leave this here, because we can just fill up this side of the bunker for now. So yeah, I think we are all set to go to get all this silage in. I'll probably go drop off these arms again. Don't really need to, but they can kind of get in the way a little bit. You have to be a little bit more careful in the front. Don't have quite the turning radius that you do if they're just off. So I guess we will detach these guys. I was having a little bit of trouble before after I was doing the wood, where I was trying to back up and they just kept catching on the front. I couldn't actually get out of them, but eventually got it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this little landscaping turned out up here as well. I ended up just deleting that entire fence, or well, not the entire thing, but basically all the way back to here, just because it wasn't really serving much of a purpose, honestly. Like it was open on the end, so it wasn't really like it was preventing anybody from getting into this field. It's not like we have any animals around here that need to be fenced in, so yeah, I figured I'd just delete the whole thing. And yeah, there's a little bit of a hill there now to get up, but really not a big deal. This thing should be able to handle it no problem, especially when it's empty, and then even if it is loaded, if we have to come up here pulling something heavy, it's only a short distance where you really have to get over that grade, so yeah, it shouldn't really be a big deal. Yeah, this should work a lot better. It should make things a little bit faster with the silage collection here, so I'm happy I did that. So yeah, I think we are pretty much good to go. So we'll get this silage wagon here fired up. I do want to upgrade this thing as well fairly soon because it is pretty tiny. That is another thing that will really help make things faster, is if I can get something with a little bit bigger capacity, so we don't have to make that trip back to the bunker quite so often. But for now, this should work. We'll just get all this grass collected, get it into the silage bunker there, and get it compacted and wrapped, and then yeah, we'll have another load of silage we can sell next month and get some more money in the bank there. Okay, we got all of our grass into the silage bunker here, so it should be ready to go. We open it up here, we got 137,000 liters of chaff in here. We've got it fully compacted now, so I think we can go ahead and throw the blanket on. There we go. So about 3:30 tomorrow, we should have another load of another load of silage that we can sell. Should be a decent amount of money again, so yeah, pretty happy about that. That worked pretty well, doing that new little path into the field there, getting rid of that fence. I'm pretty happy with that as well. Definitely saved a little bit of travel time. I mean, it's not a huge difference, but I think it definitely did help. I also went through and widened this area out a little bit because before the road kind of came like right down to here, and then you had to make a pretty sharp turn to kind of get into the main yard here, which is just kind of unnecessary, I thought. So I ended up putting some more dirt in here, cutting the grass back a little bit, and then smoothing it out because there actually was a pretty big hidden bump right under the grass there as well. So I smoothed that out. So yeah, a lot easier to kind of get between the field and the silage pit now. So a little bit easier. Still not a huge difference. Like, it does still take a while to do that field. But that is a decent amount of grass, and we do have the smallest silage or forage wagon. I can't remember what those things are called now. I think it's forage wagon, but yeah, we do have the smallest one in the game. So that is going to be a pretty high priority to replace as well. I think that would make a huge difference if we could get something that's like twice the size of this one. And then we have to make half as many trips down to the pit. And yeah, the travel time kind of is the most time-consuming part of that whole process, even though it's not like the field is that far away. But yeah, it is just going back and forth there does take up a lot of time. So having a bigger wagon would help with that quite a bit as well. I mean, I guess the other thing we could do is like switch to baling, but I kind of like doing the pit for this series just because we do so much of the silage baling in the Rags to Riches series. So it's kind of nice to just to do something different here. But there is another option, I guess, is that we could try to put a silage bunker closer to the field, like up on that area there somewhere. That's a possibility. I guess it's might be a little bit more of a distance to go, like when we're going to sell it or whatever. But I mean, that's probably not a huge difference since we like the sell station is quite a bit further away. So yeah, I don't know. We'll probably leave this thing here for now. It is a decent little silage bunker here. And yeah, I think just getting a new silage wagon would make a huge difference with how long that takes. They are pretty expensive though. Like if we go into our store here. So yeah, this is the one that we have, $30,000, and the next one up. It's 10, so it's not quite 50% or 100% more. Like it doesn't double the size. If we wanted to double the size of this one, we'd have to go up to this one. So 100 grand for that one is getting pretty expensive. And then yeah, if we go any bigger than that, it's even more expensive again. So this one would be a decent option, I guess, for 77,000. Still more than double the price of this one. So I mean, at that point, it might be worth it to get this one, but yeah, I guess still not a huge horsepower requirement, like a 150. I think we could technically run it with this little JCB, although it would probably be getting pretty heavy for it at that point. So if we got one of those, we would probably use the New Holland for hauling that one around because it has quite a bit more power, but they are pretty expensive. So that might take a little while to get another one of those. Maybe not for our next harvest, but maybe the harvest after that. We'll have to see how it goes, but we are going to be making quite a bit more money now that we have this sawmill up and running. So yeah, we're already kind of producing some wood here. Don't have anything fully complete, but yeah, that should up our income quite a bit with this sawmill. And then we'll have this silage sale next month. So maybe we'll see how much we get out of that. And then we'll kind of decide, because there are quite a few other things I want to buy as well. So we're going to have to kind of prioritize here. But yeah, I think we're just about done for what we need to do for this month. So I think the last thing we really need to do is to deal with all of these bales. We still have straw bales all out in those fields. But I think I'm going to try to come by and re-fertilize and re-lime a lot of our fields. So I want to get those bales moved out of the way. So I guess I will jump back into the JCB. We'll throw the forks on again. And yeah, I'm going to go collect all those bales. I think I'm just going to stack them beside the fields for now, just because we don't have the best price for straw, so I don't want to sell them just yet. I think I want to hang on to them, and we're going to have way more than we can fit on a single trailer load, I believe. So for now, I'm just going to get them off of the field, moved off to the side somewhere, and then when we go to sell them, we can go pick them up again. That's another thing that I really want to get is an auto stacking bale wagon, and I can't remember. Oh, the forks are over here. Kind of forgot where I left the forks there for a second, but yeah, I would like to get an auto stacking bale wagon to make the collection and sale of those straw bales a lot easier. So that's another high priority thing too. And we have a few months before the peak straw price, so we'll have to see how much money we make between now and then, and hopefully we can get one of those wagons. Maybe one will come up in the store for sale. But Yeah, anyway, I think, yeah, these ones are just going to kind of get stacked over to the side there somewhere, and those ones are probably just going to get stacked somewhere along the edge. I haven't quite decided yet. You're going to have to be a little bit more careful with that field because it is such a slope there, so got to make sure you put them somewhere where they're not just going to roll away. But yeah, there's quite a few bales here to deal with, so this might take a little while, but we definitely need to get them off of the field here, so yeah, I guess I will just get to work. Okay, we got all of those bales picked up. That did take a little while, but there were quite a few of them, so we're going to have a pretty good straw sale here. Not that straw is worth a ton, but with this many bales, we should actually make a decent amount of money from it. The piles are not looking the best. I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of time trying to get them nice and neat because we're going to have to restack them anyway afterwards. Probably made it a little bit more difficult for myself if I have to manually load them later, but the bales are just so finicky to get perfect because they always kind of move and then you try to go up again and they start kind of rolling on you. So it's pretty tough to get a perfect stack with the bales, so I didn't want to spend that much time on it, and we did have quite a few to move, so yeah, I figured it would take a long time to try to stack them super neatly, so I just kind of tossed them in there off to the side, got them out of the way. We got the one stack on the edge of this field, and then that other stack way over there closer to the yard, but yeah, out of the way for now, so now we have to clean up a little bit of this equipment still, and then we're going to have to come in and do a little bit of work on these fields. Like you can kind of see down on the bottom that our nitrogen is bad for a lot of this. So yeah, we have to fertilize here. Our pH value is good, so it's not doing too bad, but it might try to re-lime some of the fields anyway to see if we can get that up to perfect. And yeah, we did manage to get all of the bales. Some of them were a little tough. We got the ones out of the forest there. And then the ones down in the neighbor's field there were kind of tough to get because you could see them from a distance before the crop kind of got drawn in. But if you go back far enough, yeah, the draw distance, you can't really see the crop. But as you would get closer, the crop would get drawn in. And because it's corn, it's so tall that you could barely see the bales. So it kind of had to almost get right next to them and kind of look with a top-down view to be able to even see them. So I kind of feel bad about having to run over his crop here a little bit. Not that we can actually destroy it. But I figured that would still be better than just kind of leaving him in his field and letting him hit them with his combine when he does go to harvest this. So yeah, that would probably be a little bit more expensive than the little bit of crop that we would have ruined driving in there. So we ended up getting them all anyway. There was 6 down in the neighbor's field. I think there was like 5 or 6 in the forest here as well. So yeah, we're gonna have to do something for next time. Somebody actually had a pretty good suggestion. Maybe the easiest way to deal with right now is just to put like an actual fence down along that edge of the field so that the bales, they'll still roll, but then they will at least hit the fence and won't actually be able to roll through the hedge into the neighbor's field or the forest down there. So that is something that we might look into here. Haven't quite decided. Yeah, I would like to get a square baler as well, but that's probably a little bit out of reach for the near future anyway. But we'll have to figure out something because, yeah, it is kind of a pain having to go collect all those bales from those neighboring fields. So, yeah, anyway, we do have a little bit of stuff to clean up here and a little bit more field work to do. But then, yeah, we should be able to move into next month. And then I think we're going to be almost back into planting time and we'll be able to go sell all that silage, make a little bit of more money and maybe buy a new bale stacker or something. I'll have to think about exactly what I want to do next, but yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up here. So hope you enjoyed it, everybody. Do me a favor and leave a like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the video if you did enjoy it anyway. And yeah, thank you for watching and I will see you again soon in the next one.